As promised in my last video, today I'm going to share with you all about my MagnaWave PEMF machine. First things first, what is MagnaWave? So MagnaWave is a brand, it's a company that makes and sells PEMF machines. So PEMF stands for Pulsed Electromagnetic Field Therapy. And here with me today, I have my MagnaWave Sol machine. So this is what it looks like. Weighs 12 pounds. This is the smallest, most portable analog machine that MagnaWave sells. So let's talk about, first we'll talk about how the machine itself works, and then I'll kind of go into, okay, what does PEMF actually do in the body? So basically this machine operates with a spark. There is a capacitor, much like a well, inside of this machine. So we plug the machine into a power source. The capacitor fills up with electricity. That electricity then spills over into two cables or wires inside the machine, and a spark then jumps from one spark rod to another spark rod. That spark creates energy that feeds, let me show you here, the different attachments that the machine comes with. So this is the butterfly attachment. I have it all rolled up. There are high voltage wires inside of the silicone casing. This particular one has two high voltage wires that then are wrapped, or looped rather, a bunch of times inside of this main loop. So this loop here, you can place, let me unwrap it so you can see better, sorry. Which, by the way, if you buy this machine, I'd highly recommend that you guys grab these little like wire twisty tie things. They work really well to keep everything nice and neat inside of your travel bag. So this is the butterfly loop. This I really love for horses' joints, hocks, knees, fetlock joints, things like that. Also really good for knees. Do that. Whoop. Really good for the shoulder, things like that. So high voltage copper wire is inside of these attachments. And that spark that we talked about that's inside of the machine then feeds those wires with energy. That energy, when looped upon itself, completes the circuit, and then energy can then be transmitted or knitted into the body. So, okay, that's basically how the machine works. So power source, capacitor fills up, capacitor spills over into two spark rods, spark jumps between those two rods, and then is fed into these wires. When looped, completes the circuit, energy into the body. So now let's talk about what is PEMF therapy. How does it work? So just again to reiterate, PEMF stands for Pulsed Electromagnetic Field Therapy. So basically what happens is that energy that we talked about, when it's transmitted into the body, does several things, and I'm only going to discuss what does PEMF do specifically for pain management. It does a lot of things actually, but the main reason people buy these machines is for pain management in humans and animals. So we'll just discuss what I think are like the three main mechanisms that happen as far as pain management goes. So the first thing that it does is it quiets your pain receptor nerves. So when you have pain, whether it's an acute issue or a chronic issue, the nerves that are in that area are stressed. They're sensitive, okay? So much like a TENS unit will block your pain receptor nerves. It blocks the brain pain loop, if you will. This machine does the same thing, except the mechanism of action is different. We're working with electromagnetic field therapy versus a microcurrent, a microelectric current from a TENS unit. So those nerves, and let's say I have injured my shoulder, the nerves in my shoulder are sending a signal to my brain that says, this hurts, this hurts, this hurts. And every time I apply this device to my shoulder, it emits a pulse, and every time we feel that pulse, basically what's happening, and I'm generalizing things here, is it's saying no, 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 or stop, 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 however you want to think about it, blocking that pain from going back to your brain. So those sensitive nerves quiet down. They're no longer angry and firing that pain signal. They relax and you don't feel the pain anymore. So that's probably the first and most immediate form of pain relief that you receive. The second thing it does is it stimulates your cell walls. So when you stimulate your cell walls, you stimulate your sodium, potassium channels within the cell wall, and you also stimulate ATP. When you stimulate ATP, you stimulate the cell's ability to regenerate, which, with continued use of this device, could allow you to heal yourself. That's not saying that every condition can be healed with PEMF. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if the body has an ability to heal itself, this can speed things along quite a bit, which is super exciting. The other thing it does is it stimulates blood flow and oxygenates tissues. So super important in regards to removing inflammation from an injured area. Right now, with my MagnaWave Sol machine, I currently work on humans, small animals, and horses. Okay, so just another look inside the machine. So this is an exhaust fan. This is my intensity knob. The attachments go right here. Power and start button. This machine is on a 10-minute timer. It automatically shuts off after 10 minutes. So when you're doing like a horse, for example, very large animal, you have to restart it several times. But a horse's typical session length would be anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, just depending on the size of the animal and what you're working on. With people, when we're using this in the gym, typically we run sessions based on body parts. So if a person has, just kind of a knee issue, like one area of pain, we do 10-minute sessions, 20-minute sessions, and 30-minute sessions. And it all just depends on how much pain the person is in, how long has this been going on, and where is their body at as far as its ability to heal itself. That kind of determines how long of a session people typically need. So going back to my previous video where I talked about, okay, MagnaWave saved my horse from colic. I want to dive in a little bit deeper into how that happened. So when I gave Ernie the Banamine, obviously that relaxes his smooth muscle, so it has an effect on his guts. His intestines kind of relax, they stop spasming. But I still didn't hear gut sounds until I used the MagnaWave machine. So when I apply the attachment to Ernie's belly, the energy from this machine can extend about 16 inches beyond these coils. So if I'm holding it like this and Ernie's belly is here, I can technically reach about that far beyond these coils. So if I'm placing it on his skin, I have an effect on any tissue inside of his body beyond 16 inches. I just realized our dog is outside, so if you see him like running back and forth, that's Gus. So when I'm sending that energy into Ernie's belly, my goal is to stimulate gut motility, peristalsis, get everything moving again. So if he has trapped gas, I get those bubbles moving. I can even dissipate those bubbles, make them smaller, break them up a little bit. Same thing with impaction. As long as the impaction is not severe and like, really, really large, something that's just like wedged in there, or maybe that's been in there long enough that unfortunately the surrounding gut tissue has started to maybe become ischemic or start to die off. In those instances, I can't say that MagnaWave would have much of an effect. I don't know. However, as long as the impaction is just a little bit smaller, something that just kind of got clogged up. If you pulse their belly hard enough, you can certainly stimulate the gut motility enough that it could be moved along. Again, you know, MagnaWave makes no claims in regards to that kind of thing. I'm speaking from my experience and what happened with Ernie. That's what I believed happened. I stimulated his gut motility. Whatever was trapped in there, whether it's gas or food, I can't say for sure, it got it moving again. And ultimately, that's the goal when you're working with a horse who's colicking, is to get things moving again. If anyone is interested in trying MagnaWave PEMF therapy, I would highly suggest that you go to, okay, the website's right here, MagnaWavePEMF.com. And on their website, they have a search tool that you can find a local MagnaWave practitioner in your area. So if this is something that you would like to try for either you, your horse, or a small animal, please go to their website, check out that search area, type in your zip code and, you know, kind of what you're looking for, whether it's horse, human, small animal. And if anyone is within your reach, they will match you up with that person and you can try it out. If you cannot find a person in your area and maybe you're interested in purchasing a machine for yourself, good for you. Awesome investment. This particular machine is the MagnaWave Sol. Again, purchase price was $8,500 and it comes with 2 attachments. So let me show you those. I showed you the butterfly loop. All right, minor distraction. My husband walked in with the dog, so I kicked him out. It's video making time, people. Okay, so attachments that come with the machine. Butterfly loop. Love this for horses. I use it mostly on horses on their joints. Some people really like this for the horse's body. I actually don't. I prefer the large loop. So this also comes with the machine. And again, these wire twisty tie things are awesome for keeping everything neat and tidy inside of your travel bag. So here's the large loop. Love this for the horse's body. I also use this a lot on people's backs, necks, trap area. Love it for that. Okay, so this also comes with it. The power cord comes with it. And I always keep mine on a surge protector, which I highly recommend that you do, just because, I mean, you never know. I don't know, power can go out, things get weird. We purchased the long wire attachment separately. So this does not come standard with your machine. This is something I decided to invest in mostly for people because I like the idea of being able to wrap it around a body part. Sometimes things are just a little bit harder to get to and you really want that close contact with the attachment. So the long wire I use a lot on wrist, knees, and also feet and ankles. Love it for that. And side note, this is actually a 10 gauge long wire that I asked for custom, and it's 30 feet long. So your normal long wire, I believe, is either 20 or 25 feet that you get from the website. But if you call MagnaWave and you request it, they can make you a custom one to any length that you want, which is awesome. So this was, I think, $375 for 30 feet, 10 gauge wire. And it just allows you to get a little bit more power out of the machine. That's why I decided to go with this. The other thing that comes with your machine is a certification, which is awesome. I think it speaks volumes for MagnaWave as a brand, that they want their practitioners to be educated and know what they're talking about and represent their company really well. So that was another thing that really drew me to them, was the opportunity to go through their certification process and become a MagnaWave certified practitioner. So if you hire somebody who is a certified practitioner, you know that you're in good hands, which I think is awesome. So that is that. That's all about MagnaWave, what it is, how it works. Hope you found that helpful. I assure you, you will enjoy it and your animals will too. All right. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm back on it, man. I'm going to try to put out videos every weekend. Okay. So subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends if you found it helpful. Awesome. Peace.